doing? This is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I wanted to come in today and weigh in on Mariah Carey's New Year's Eve performance. Now, I did not actually watch Dick Clark's New Year's Eve special. I basically caught her performance through clips on YouTube. And after watching it, I only have one thing to say. Mariah Carey should be a little embarrassed. And here's why I say that. Because even if her music was not right, meaning the soundtrack behind her, she could have pulled it off. She could have gotten the audience to sing with her. She could have stopped and, explained to the audience for a second, my music is not right. I'm going to try to get through this and we're going to do this together. But to just give up and not do anything, y'all, let me tell you, over my life, I have been to concerts. I have watched performances on television where that celebrity singer's music or something wasn't right with their stage performance. But what I notice is they don't just stop. They know that people have paid their money and that they came to see a performance, so they get through it. Now, we throw this word around, diva, so lightly. And there are some performers out there that do deserve the label of diva. But with the performance that Mariah Carey gave at the New Year's Eve, little celebration, diva is not what I would call her. You have the likes of an Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, a Whitney Houston. Don't think that in their years of performing, they've never run into a situation where things aren't right. I just watched a clip of Stephanie Mills, and I don't know if you guys know who Stephanie Mills is, but she is the original Dorothy in the Broadway performance of The Wiz. And I watched this concert, a snippet of a concert that she did. And she started singing one of her songs, and the music was all wiggity whack. And the bass was all off. It was just, the music was terrible. So she looked over her shoulder at her band, and you could tell, she was thinking, what the hell is going on? And then she proceeded on to singing her song, and then the music got even worse. So she told them, cut the music. And her backup singers sang a cappella, and they tore it up. Now, Stephanie Mills was popular back in the 80s and 90s, and this little snippet of a concert that I saw her in was here recently. So this is like 25, 30 years later. She's not in her heyday when she does this. She knows that there's a problem with the music, but she also knows that the show must go on. Now, Mariah Carey and her team, they have said that when they did the sound check that there were problems with the mic, with the playback of the music in her ear, and they thought all of that was going to be fixed by the time she did her performance, but it wasn't. And they're blaming the Dick Clark Productions. Either you're a singer or you're not. Like I said, she could have stood there, told the audience, what was going on, got them on her side, and then proceeded to blow them away with her vocals. That's if her vocals are still good. Now, I have been a fan of Mariah Carey, since she very first came out with her first album, Vision of Love. Now, what I must say is back then, Mariah Carey was singing her ass off. I don't know what has happened in subsequent years where, she gives a good studio performance, when she's recording her records. But, fans have had complaints about some of her live performances. Now, she's into all this cutesy thing where she's coming out and having, these men carry her all over the stage, and she has on these costumes that, to me, she's gotten a little long in the tooth to be wearing. Now, there's a way to be sexy and, just sultry on stage with gowns and, beautiful costumes. Look at the likes of a Diana Ross, a Cher, even to a Gladys Knight. Those women have found a way to keep up with their sexiness, their sultriness, but do it in a more, dignified way as they start to get older. Think of Tina Turner. Tina Turner still wears her little short dresses to show off her beautiful legs, but Tina Turner always does it in a way that when you leave her show, you still say, now, that's a legend right there. Mariah Carey is running into the area of a dried up old diva because she has to evolve with her age with these costumes. She had on her little stockings and that onesie. Looks like a one piece, a leotard or something. At some point you have to give those up because you're starting to age. And, it's just after a while, don't concentrate so much on what you have on. If you're a true singer, get out there, stand flat foot in the middle of that stage and give that performance. Because at the end of the day, when a person goes to see a Mariah Carey concert, they're going there for her vocals. Now, it's a little different than when you go see Beyonce. And bear with me, people, because I know some of you are Beyonce stans, and y'all hate to hear anybody say anything about Mother Bay. But this is what I'm going to say, and I tell my children this all the time. I do not think Beyonce is so much of a vocalist. Beyonce is more of a performer, and she gives you visually a good show. And don't get me wrong, she can carry a tune, but it's not like she's standing there blowing like a Whitney Houston. Let's keep it real, y'all. Beyonce is a performer. So visually, when you go see Beyonce, you're going to get what you pay for. Beyonce can fall down the stairs, rip an earring out of her ear, and all kind of mishaps. But she gets right back up and she finishes her show like nothing happened. And that's what Mariah Carey should have done. But to just give up, stand there and look simple, and then simply just walk off the stage without giving those people what they came to see, I think was so unprofessional. And, that's why she's getting all of this backlash, and she's getting clowned by Twitter and every other social media outlet, is because basically she gave up. And people are like, a diva, a true diva, doesn't do that. And with that, y'all, I'd love to hear what your opinions are. If you could leave it down in the comment section, I look forward to reading them. But again, I will say, Mariah, you got to come better than that if you are going to carry the label diva. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.